Oh, there we go. Little roller coaster ride for your eyes. Getting ready to start day 3. It's Sunday, so today's going to be a little calmer for the backyard art show. And I don't know about you, but I love to do some outdoor painting on Sunday, something kind of relaxing as a teacher. Most of the time I'm trying to chill on Sunday and get into my own mental space, and connect with nature and the more, spiritual elements in the world. And today I would like to be focused on a meditation painting. I am going to introduce some new paintings that I just finished. I'm so happy about. And one new painting that I just finished, and then some others that have been done more recently, and are kind of leading to where I'm going with my oil paintings, and also kind of bringing together the different subjects and series that I've been doing over the past like 10 years. I think there's an evolution happening right now. So I want to introduce some of these paintings, and I'm going to put your eyes on this one first, which is one of my water stories that I did a while back. I'm going to put numbers today on the things I have not shown. Some of the works are going to be possibly in an exhibition coming up here soon, titled Infectious Creativity. And so I've submitted 3 of these works to that exhibition at the Zuckerman Museum in Kennesaw. Don't know if I'm in yet. I'm saying I'm just submitting. And not saying that these works are not for sale. They are for sale, but the issue here is that if they sell, the person who buys them will have to understand, if they get in the show, the piece will be on exhibit at the Zuckerman Museum for a period of time. So the buyer will be, in effect, loaning the piece to the museum until the show is over. And then I will transport it to, or ship it to, that person. Anyway, the piece right here behind me is called Time. Now I'm going to get some numbers, and then I'm going to go through a few selected pieces. All the pieces I've shown this week are already on my YouTube, so if you want to go back and look at them, I posted the YouTube link on my Instagram and my Facebook. If you want to go back and look at day 1 and day 2, you can go there and see each of those pieces as I've given a close-up, giving you the number, and talked about those pieces and what they represent and how important they might be to me. So let me get my numbers, and I'm going to go around and introduce you to these 3 pieces that I'm speaking of first. And then I'm just going to do a couple of other pieces that have not been out here day 1 and day 2. So here we go. Yay! Okay, got my numbers, and I'm gonna unhook. This one right here is called Time, and I'm gonna give you a close-up of that in a minute, but I'm gonna go ahead and put the number on it. And the price on that one is well, may not be able to read that one. And it is It is 54 by 38, and it's called Time. Got all kinds of bugs in here visiting. All right, and I'm gonna unhook, and let's go over here and get a close-up look at that one. We kind of got really diffused light in here, so it's kind of challenging. I'm trying to see if I can change the effect, but anyway, I'll turn it this way. Well, I'm not supposed to, but for a sec. All right, and just to give you some up-close details on the water. Now, this is one of my water series paintings, and as I spoke about and with the other images that I shared, this particular one is very much a reflective piece, and it is kind of gives you a sense of what I've experienced when I go to the beach. It always takes me to a place of reflection every single time, no matter what time of day it is. Okay, of course, this is evening time, and no matter what time of day it is at the beach, I'm always feeling something about well, reflection and whatever is going on. This gives me a chance to process all those things, and you know, it's like, you know, it's like God, connection to the universe, and you know, and all the guidance you need is right there in the sky. And so I'm trying to convey that in this painting, and you know, the power of water as a source of everything. We can't live on this planet without it, and I don't know, that's just my feeling about it. And I put a little bit of human stuff in there, those kind of hotels down there. This was at Myrtle Beach, I believe. I take photographs and then I do the painting from the photographs, because of course this took me a year to paint this. And that one again, I'm going to move on to the next one. Oh, this is one of the pieces, number 54, that I entered into the show for the Zuckerman Museum, and I'm very excited to share this with you. And again, it is titled Time. All right, I'm going to move to another piece, which is in my Goddess series, that I've also entered. Oh, here it is over here. I was like, where is it? I've also entered into the, okay, we got glass here, so we're going to get a lot of reflection. So what I'm going to do is put the number on it. This one is number 55. And this is sort of a more related to the meditation theme that my water studies are about, but it's also, and then reflection and meditation, but this is about, you know, Black women, obviously, that have been having trouble being heard and seen for hundreds of years in all kinds of ways. And with Black Lives Matter, there is this idea of recognizing how black women suffer from all of the same things that black men suffer from in different ways. And some of these issues that we face are not a distraction. So a lot of how we maintain our strength is going inside. And this might be a moment of a person going inside and finding strength within themselves in a spiritual way. And I'm going to take this down a sec so that I can put it where it's no reflection, so you can see without all that stuff. And this is pastel and collage, so there's some other materials in there, so you can kind of refer to it as a mixed media piece. And I would, the title of this one is The Journey. And I change the name sometimes, but right now I feel like it's The Journey. And so we have some like inlaid or pieces of other little watercolors and different types of paper and little drawings collaged into this piece, and some little flowers, silk flowers. And that piece again is number 55. And let me sit it down right here, and I will put the price on it because I don't have a card on it. But The Journey is a very important piece in terms of how I think it's so important for everyone to realize and hear that the black woman is not strong any more than any other person. It's just we've had to be a certain way to survive. And so I would like to hold this up as my contribution to Black Lives Matter. And the three pieces that I'm entering are kind of encapsulating. All right, that's that one, Journey. All right, are kind of encapsulating the three subjects that I've been working on, kind of bringing them together in this submission that I'm doing. So it's time, it's the journey, and then here, the Infectious Creativity exhibition required that we submit something that dealt with our current issues and experience as artists with COVID-19. And so I came up with an initial sketch and idea for this painting. And it's about the warriors. So here are my goddess and my water stories. And so all across the world, this disease, this pandemic, these droplets are infecting our entire world, our culture, our everyday life. And so this is my rendition of our experience with the battle, COVID-19. I see it as a battle. It has so many affects and effects on all of our existence right now, and so much so that we can't even sort it out. And so these four characters are trying to figure it out. They represent the fight, our liberty, our strength, and the mystery. So each character illustrates some of that, and it's the whole world. So we have elements of African Americans' vulnerability to that and that fight, because intertwined in the issues of the day with Black Lives Matters, we have issues that are specific to our communities that are not disconnected from our economic issues and struggles. And so, we have life in here, we have death juxtaposed to life with the green and the trees, and then we have the U.S. here, and it's in the background, and then we have the continent, as we like to refer to it, the middle of Africa, maybe the Sahara, or maybe the Central Africa, and then we have the waters in between. There is no separation. This is about the world getting smaller and smaller, and everything that happens across the water has a direct effect on what's happening here, and everything that's happening here has a direct effect on what's happening in other parts of the world. So again, this piece, my COVID-19 piece, is in the neighborhood of my whole series on time and the journey, and we're in this journey right here with COVID-19. So these three pieces are, and let me put a little card on that. I'm gonna mount this back up and point it towards that one while I get a card for it. I didn't have a chance to go ahead and label these, not on it like I have been. And I'm just going to put the name of that one on it, and the price for that one is, all right, and I'll put that here. And that is number 56. So let me get this down again. And hello, you guys. McNeil, hey. I did a book cover for Brendan McNeil, and glad you are joining me this morning. All right, I'm going to turn back around, and that's number 56 and the COVID-19. All right, so those are the three pieces that may get into the show, one or all, we'll see. And now I'm going to move over here to some pieces that were not out yesterday that are also in the Water Story series. And there is another beach piece. It's on a wraparound canvas, and I'm showing you up close the detail of it. It's a vertical oil painting on canvas, wraparound canvas, which means it doesn't need a frame. You can just hang it as is. But this is the Tide is the name of this one. So like when you're standing there at the edge of the waters and the tide is coming in and washing out, this is when it comes in, and you're just standing there. I enjoy so much standing I'm not really a swimmer. I can float, but I can't swim. But I just love the ocean, and I love water. But this piece will be number 57. And I'm just going to put this up here since there's no frame to put it in. Number 57. And it's called the Tide. And that one is $2.95. The Tide. And it's size-wise, it's 26 by 12. All right. And then here's another little water story. A little beach being at Destin Beach. I think this one is over at, it was probably from a photograph at Myrtle Beach, because that's what I do. I take the photograph and then I work from that. And this one was Destin Beach down there in Florida. And this little small one is $150 unframed. It can be framed. This one number is going to be number 58. And this one is titled Warm, because it was so hot that all you could do is stand in that water. But I just have a sense of the warmth that I experienced while there. All right, those are the newer pieces that I have not included in the prior showing. So I'm going to go back and give you another look at this COVID-19 detail. With all its elements. And then Journey, dealing with the Black Lives Matter ideas and concepts and how it affects all of us, but just as importantly, Black women for eternity, pretty much, as long as we've been in this country. Okay. Now, I'm going to just kind of like quickly move through some of the goddess from yesterday, from the past 2 days. And this one is actually sold, or requested. It's about to be sent off. And that is called Decisions. It is a watercolor with chalk pastel. And probably tempera, so it's more of a mixed media piece. Decisions. And then these two are not really, they were made at the same time. They are aesthetically similar, but this one is more about gentleness, and this one's more got a little bit more fight with those angles. And it's titled Full Moon. This one, number 52, and this one is titled, where is the card? This one is titled A Walk in the Sun. So we got Full Moon and A Walk in the Sun, charcoal and collage, the two of these. This one is called Playful Girl, and it's number 84. And as I spoke about it yesterday, this one is the playfulness of youth and little girls, and how we have the innocence, and when we're young, and the sassiness, and the freedom of spirit, and sometimes we lose it in all kinds of ways. And so this is a reflection on that. Number 84. 250. This one is The Rock. You got to find yourself a rock. Somebody can be your rock, or you can be their rock. That's number 28, and it's called The Rock. All right, and then moving over here, I'm going to go back to this piece, which is from the 1990s that I did. It is kind of the beginning of the Goddess, Angels, and Guides series. This is number 91. It's called Ascending, and I don't think that's spelled right. It's not. Ascending. And this is an oil on canvas board that I did 1990 when I started doing a lot of angels, and then that transformed into this idea of goddess, of the goddess. And the goddess is about self-empowerment and listening and being reflective and holding your power and your spiritual nature and whatnot. And so this is Ascension. All right. The beginning of my whole Goddess series. There's one other piece that's older than that. That's one of my Goddess as well. So going back to the water. This one has been exhibited the past 2 days, and that's number 105. It is titled Grasses at Hairston Pond. And this is another case where I'm doing a kind of connection with nature study, and it's my take on landscape painting and drawing. This is a drawing. It's chalk pastel. And Hairston Pond is right around the corner from me. I take pictures of, it's not a really pretty park, but you can find some beauty anywhere you look. If you look, you gotta look. But there you go. Grasses at Hairston Pond. And then there is Cool Waters, number 42. And there we go, Cool Waters. Watercolor on paper with a little bit of chalk pastel in there, but mostly it's almost a straightforward watercolor. Again, coolness, calmness, and reflection are the themes here, and just nature. I'm a nature nut. I just like being out in the woods and the forest and the enjoying that. I used to do a lot of trees. So this piece here is trees at Fernbank. It was just like this day I took the picture when I was at Fernbank. I think I was with my kids years ago. So I just pulled this out because this is one of my old subjects where I used to do a lot of tree paintings in pastel or watercolor. And this is Trees at Fernbank. And I got to put a number on that one. That one's going to be number 59. Bam. All right. Trees. And then we have here, already been shown, blue hydrangeas. And that is a smaller meditation, which I'm getting ready to demonstrate. Sometimes I do these little flowers or my painted bottles, as you can see here, as a meditation, because you kind of have to really chill out and focus on them, and it allows your mind, once you get into it, it allows your mind to let go and relax and get your thoughts centered and have some breathing space. So I'm gonna switch up now that I've talked about all of those. And if you're interested in any of the previous things that have been shown, like I said, you'll go back to my live. Tomorrow, I'll probably do a full recap on some of the other pieces. And then I have a few more new pieces that I'll put out. And they'll be a part of tomorrow's video. And then I'm going to also do another demonstration plein air painting, which is the type of painting that this is when you sit outdoors and you paint straight from nature. This is the fishing hole at Stone Mountain Park. It used to be a fishing hole at Stone Mountain Park, over on the lakeside. I don't know what the name of that little street is right there, but anyway, that's in the park. And this one is $275. I don't have the card is missing. And it was done in one sitting, one day at the park. All right, so let's change it up. And I'm so glad it was supposed to rain today, guys. It was supposed to rain today, and I was like anxious about it, so I didn't know how to really set up for it. But it's not raining, and it looks like it won't be raining during this time. So I'm going to let you have just a little look at that while I get set up over here. Alright, and I'm gonna switch to focus on my little workstation right here. Where I'll be doing my meditation demonstration. Alright, sorry, I'm trying to get it to act right here. Alright, put that over there. That's my bug spray in case those bugs get after me. Now, today's demonstration is going to be a demonstration of the bottles that I paint. And this is one. And so I'm gonna show you that these brushes are nice soft bristle brushes that you would need to use, or that I use. And I just have my little work surface, and put that over there. And sometimes I use a permanent marker to sort of mark out what the design is going to be. And I'm going to be using my acrylics. And so I'll put those out, and I have my palette here. And let me check and see if you can see what's going on here. All right. It might be that I need to get closer. Okay. I think that might work. Okay, so there's a slight bit of a learning curve here on doing this. I'm getting set up. Oh, there we go. Perfect. All right, so I'm going to get over here, and I don't know what the design is going to be, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and decide on a Sanskrit design, which is called the mandala. And so I'm going to do basically what is a mandala pattern, which allows you kind of to just go in and start working and repeating a process, just like you would in a meditation, or a prayer. You're repeating something, and it helps you to relax your mind. And I think I'm going to use my blue. I'm feeling the blue, and this one is a metallic blue, a little bit of metallic to it, and a silver. I'm feeling the silver. So what I want to do first is I'm going to tint the bottle first right quick. And what I like to do as the part of the meditation aspect of it is to listen to the space around me. Hear the sounds. Then pay attention to how I'm feeling. And that means, how do my feet feel grounded onto the floor or the ground? And then working my way up, you just do a body scan and get yourself calm, and then come into the project with a little bit of clarity. And so as I get started here, I'm going to put a little water. I only need a little water for this because I'm going to be changing paintbrushes. I don't need to rinse out. As I get started, I'm going to just tint this bottle first with this silver metallic spray. Acrylic paint, and try to get it as smooth as possible. And as my students sometimes say, this is so relaxing. This is so satisfying, they say. They don't say relaxing, they say satisfying. I interpret that they are relaxing. And of course I can't totally get into the meditation part myself here, but I'm just saying what effects making art can have. And sometimes it's very much this: the calm and peacefulness. I'm listening to the birds. I'm enjoying the slight bit of breeze that's out here. And I have to turn around and come and see. I probably should put it on selfie so I can see what I'm seeing. And that's what I think I'll do in a second. But right now, I'm enjoying applying this silver tint on this bottle. Now what happens after this is painted? There's kind of a little something stuck there. After this is painted, and the design is complete, I would spray it with triple thick acrylic spray paint. Clear. It's called triple thick. It gives it a nice glassy surface again, because these paints are going to matte the surface a little bit. So I've almost got it where I want it with the silver. I think I'm going to do one more pass over. It's kind of drying as I'm working because it's so warm out here. I'm sure the temperature is already 80. So that's going to dry your paint faster when you're working outside with water-based paints. And then it's humid, so That slows it down just a bit, but still it's hot. I can feel the pull of the parts that's drying as I go up. Alright, so let me come around and see if you're seeing what I'm seeing. Oh, fabulous. Yeah, but I'm going to turn it around anyway. Hey, Tristan. Let me see if I can get it so I'm seeing what you're seeing. Excellent. There we go. Now, y'all, I was just trying to figure out every little aspect of this thing, how to do this outdoor show and how to film it and how to do the live and export and create YouTube. And I've just learned a whole lot this week about doing this and you know, trying to do this backyard business. Since we can't you know, participate in the outdoor festivals and outdoor shows, you know, take it online. That's what I said, and then that's what I said I dove into, and so it might be rough, might have some roughness to this whole week, but I'm doing it. It's happening, and that's what's important. So I'm just working my way up to the top, and again, the right brush and the right combination of paint on the surface. As my students say again, this is so satisfying, Miss Sherrard. That's what they say when we're doing certain things. Oh, I love that. All right, now I'm going to just take this around the top neck of it. And I'll probably put, to get rid of that groove, I'll probably later add some of that jute rope around that top neck of this. That's what I'm feeling right now that it will need. Sometimes I paint a different color on that neck, but I don't think I'm going to do that on this one. I think it's going to be covered with jute, a little wraparound for the neck. All right, and I just want to get this smooth as possible, and this is the right brush to do it. Who's that? Hello, everyone. I hope you can hear my birds and the trees, the little bit of movement in the trees from the breeze. And I have to remember not to hold my breath and breathe so that it's not stressful. You can't be letting things be stressful. If you don't breathe, you're going to be feeling that stress. You're going to stay in that mind space of tension. And tightness and worry. And that's what meditation can do. It can help you release the worry and your prayers. All right, that is looking great. And now I'm going to switch up. Let me clean that off a little bit. Clean that brush off. And I'm going to switch up to a little fine point. And this is where I'm going to start doing this mandala format. And I'm going to need one of these little rounds, nice little point round brush. And I said I was going to use this metallic acrylic. What's this color? It is pearl, metallic pearl. So the metallic pearl on this metallic silver. These are, oh, was it that one? No, it wasn't that one. It was this one. Metallic finish, silver, sterling silver is the color, along with the pearl blue here. This is kind of in the, let's see what family that. It's not saying which blue it is. But anyway, it's a lovely blue. You can see it here. Okay, I poured the water on myself. All right. So here, let's get started. Breathing, breathing, breathing. All right. And I don't know where you are, if you guys can see that. Are you seeing? Are you seeing? Are you seeing? All right, so I'm just going to be doing mandala, the mandala form. As you know, you start in the center with a focal point, and then you work outward from there. And so I'm just going to have fun with that. And I've only decided on these two colors now. I don't know if I'll add a different color later. But this side and the other sides may be different, as this is a square form bottle. I'm feeling fuchsia to add to this. So that's my first circle. Now I have to do the next circle outside of that and work my way forward. Now, of course, this side probably is what I'll finish today with my mandala design. And I'm not really doing like a pattern. Oftentimes you can do a mandala where you're repeating patterns in concentric circles. That means going from the outside, from the inside, and working your way out in rows. I'm just doing straight concentric circles here today because I'm talking while I'm working, and that doesn't lend itself to doing more intricate designs with my paintbrush, because talking makes your hand move. And so it'd be more difficult to do a design that is specific shapes and specific markings that require more control. So since I'm with you guys, I am talking quite a bit, but just trying to get a little more control here on these circles. As they get bigger, it's harder to make them round. Okay, I like this one. It's very different from the other bottles that I've done. in my mind's eye, I already see it finished now. I'm seeing it finished, guys. That's what meditation can do too. You can see something finished, and that's what's important. If you can't see it, it's probably not going to happen. So you got to let yourself see it. And this is like an important lesson when I'm teaching kids, that they kind of have to just dive in. Or of course I have to design the lesson such that they can have easy entry into the activity, but at the same time I have to teach them to trust. And the only way you can trust is to have faith that it will work out or you'll learn something. So art can be more than just having fun. Art can be healing. And art can also, I don't know if y'all can see that. It's coming along. I'm liking it. I'm liking the sort of raised look of the raised look of the paint. As I press down, it's creating a little channel in the middle. Creating a little channel in the middle of somebody's riding their motorcycle around here. I hear that all the time. That person does that all the time. Anyway, this is quite pleasant. I think that's cicadas that we hear in the background here. All right, I'm feeling that this one is going to be as big as it's supposed to be. Okay, I don't want to complete that one. I think I like it. Like that. So there's the beginnings of this particular bottle. And I think what I'll do is I'll probably make a smaller one, a smaller mandala right down here at the bottom, and then each side I'll continue the same pattern going around, and then I'll decide what I'm going to do in this area later. It'll come to me, I guess. But I really like this, and it just makes me happy. This color combination and how it's peaceful and it's calm and serene, these two colors together. That worked out. I think I like this little bump here. I'm going to make it bigger. Just adding, I just keep adding a little paint to it to bring it out some more. I like that. I might do those up here. That gives me an idea. So stuff happens, you know, as you work. As you work, you can let it happen. And that's the difference between trying to control everything and letting it happen. I can sit down here with a plan, sketched all out, and say, this is what I'm going to do. And then try to hold myself to it. But sometimes that is just frustrating. And then this, like I was saying before, doing these bottles is, for me, a meditation, because I don't ever sit down with a actual plan unless somebody says, I want you to make me another one of those, just like that one, but I want it on a different shape. Well, of course, then that's not a meditation. That's a job I got to do. But for me, this is just joyful and pleasant and peaceful, and not being afraid, because if it didn't come out, it's acrylic. I can take a Brillo or a scouring pad and soak it and scrub all this off, and still have the bottle to make another attempt. So that is it. I am quite happy with it. And if you are, if you have like projects that you want to work on, oh, I'm wearing my shiny today too, my turquoise. Oh, I'm matching the paint I'm using. Anyway, thank you, Kendall, for my jewelry. Look shiny. Oh, look shiny, rather. And if you want, to move forward on a project, like I was telling somebody yesterday, all there is to do is to do it. It's not, as Oprah says, it's not one day, it's day one. Get on it. So I don't know if my time is up, but let's see. I can share with you. Does anybody on there have any questions? Or, you can just type those in the thing, like and share. I will be following this up with I didn't do a complete picture take of everything that was in the show yesterday, because some of that had already been done. So my newer stuff that I'm showing today and the newer stuff that I showed yesterday, I will take a picture of those and create a little numbered thing on Instagram. Tomorrow my plan is to do a different type of demonstration, plein air painting. And again, that's like what I said with my fishing hole piece over there, and the pathway at Grist Mill that I showed on Tuesday. Not Tuesday. I'm thinking work week. This is Sunday, that I showed on Saturday. And some of those plein air pieces, where you just sit down and paint from nature outside, I'll be demonstrating that experience on some small canvases tomorrow with my oils. Now today I'm working with acrylics, and they're just the crafty acrylics. I had tons of those from a parent at one point, like literally boxes of this stuff, and from years ago. And I love it. It works nicely on the glass. You can use oil on the glass. You just have a drying time problem. And you would have to use oil painting methods, letting things dry over time. And then the glazing that you would need to do with the oil paint is using, well, I'll talk about that tomorrow. But anyway, so this is today, and I'm going to, for those who have just chimed in, I'm going to run back over the show. I'm just going to show the numbers and the pieces. And again, today's highlight was my painting time, my other painting for COVID-19, and my other painting, drawing actually, in collage, is Journey. And these are the three pieces that I entered into the Zuckerman exhibition that is coming up in August. Don't know if I'm in, not saying that, I'm not assuming, but I submitted these three pieces. And they this one, COVID-19, kind of brings together all of my subjects. My water stories, my goddess, guides, and angels, because that's what we need now during this COVID time. And it also incorporates the, the reflection and the meditation, and, and dealing with the consternation of today's world and issues and everything. So here's my minis. Number 86, The Watchers. These were all $29. These guys right here. I didn't talk about those earlier today, but they've been shown earlier in the week. And then I have some more pieces over here in my box. Little trees, waiting, green, the weight, and I don't know if y'all saw those numbers. I'm going fast. All right, and then over here in my box, let's move my gold foil. I use that sometimes, you guys, with my gold foil adhesive, either on my watercolors, or my goddess images, or my bottles. Sometimes I use that. I showed this piece the other day. This is my West Coast landscape or forest with the trees on the hills down at the Grapevine. I used to do a lot of those paintings of the California hills. All right, and then there's grasses, number 24. That is 75. I didn't say how much this one is. This one's 100. These are all original little watercolors, little studies. This is my 3 trees. Oops, I'm rotating the device and I shouldn't. 3 trees, and I haven't put a number on that. That one's 75. And let me put a number on it. Where did I put the numbers is the question. Oh, they're right here in front of me. Okay, that'll be number 61. The little 3 trees. And then the rest of these, I usually only try to show like 3 of these a day. Another little landscape. A little Georgia hills with no houses and trees. This was probably what Stone Mountain or Gwinnett and all those places looked like before we moved in, with maybe a few more trees. Maybe 100 years ago, that might be what it looked like, with the little blue hills in the background. Yes. All right, and that will be number 63. So I'll put that in there so I can remember. And that one is 70. And I'm going to stop there because I'm sure that I am over time. And these are the ones that are on exhibit. That one's sold. My girl, 84. And the rock. And Fernbank, this is a new one I'm showing today, number 59. Trees at Fernbank. All right, and that, oh, and this one, 57, Tide Beach, standing at the water, in the water. Kind of puts you right in there. Vertical piece on a wraparound canvas, oil on canvas. Detail. All right. So that is it for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and thank you so much for joining me today during this meditation piece. Out here in my backyard, and I'm probably going to continue working on that piece since I'm into it, and I have another one I'm making for someone. Oh, one of my paintings got away. I have another piece that I'm making for someone, and I'll probably do that one today, and you can check in with me. That one I didn't get to show because it fell. And that's number 85. And the title of this one is Waters Rising, watercolor with some gold foil. I'll keep on turning it, and I'm not supposed to. and Water's Rising, and all of these are in the $275 price range. I hate that they're, okay, there we go. 85. Water's Rising. All right. Okay. Well, today is Sunday Relax Day. So today's theme was chill and relax and be calm and meditate. And hopefully you enjoyed my process. And I will see you tomorrow with a whole different configuration and a demonstration in plein air painting. For those who are painters, this will be probably something you can join me if you like. I'll do that on the second half hour. And those who are not painters, you can just, enjoy the process and the show. Like I said, we will have some new pieces as well. Well, you guys take care. Happy Sunday. Yay. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.